Hi, I'm Pete, and this is a very special HKNowStore dual unboxing. I know it looks like one big box here, but it's actually, I got two packages from HKNowStore. They both arrived on the same day. But what makes this extra special unboxing is that this is the first video in my new house, my new recording studio, my new puzzletorium. So I'm really happy to finally be moved and back to doing the puzzle unboxings and playing with puzzles. So this first box, according to my records, it took a month, 4 weeks to arrive. Not too bad. It was a pre-order, and it was supposed to take about a week for the pre-order. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what I got here. Now I normally, look at that. Okay, so this is what we have in a box, and let's see. Okay, this is very interesting. I'll just take out everything. Oh, I have some parts. Okay. Oh, I have a box. Okay, there's a bag. And screw and spring set, I'll explain all that. And okay, Calvin's card. Yeah, I think my lighting might be a little bit messed up. Sorry about that, everybody. I just finished moving in, and I just couldn't wait to do this unboxing. These have been here for a couple of days now, so I'm really ready. Okay, I ordered a bag because I liked the other one that I got, and because I actually gave away a puzzle and it included a bag with it, so I needed another bag. I carry my puzzles around quite a bit, and I just like having a bag to protect them, the stickered ones. Okay, so this, I think, let's put that away. So what I got here is, okay, we'll talk about that. Screw and spring set, just I needed some extra ones. I used up, I think, the last set I had. So this is really what I pre-ordered, and the box will actually say it all here. This is the MoYu HuanYing cube. HuanYing. Okay, so I'll show you the. I don't know if I can get any better light there. Sorry about that. I will be getting a better lighting system. So this is the box, and then there's some writing, is probably Chinese down there. MoYu, and then HuanYing, and then it has an I, which could be 1. It says 3 lay. Well, it should be layer magic cube. Okay, that's kind of cool. Professional mechanism for cubing competition. So I think they're trying to tell me it's a speed cube. Okay, that's great. And they show a picture of the mechanism on there. Well, that's great. Oh, okay. And some, oh, look at that. Some English, a sticker put over top of whatever used to be on there. It says, warning, attention, not suitable for children under 3 years. Risk of suffocation by swallowing small parts. You know, that's the first one I really agree with. I think, you know, maybe 3, they might try and eat some of those parts and choke on them. It might hurt them if they swallow it. So yeah, I think 3 is a fine age to say, no, you can't play with it until you're at least 3, unless you have an adult supervision, right? Okay, so this is a brand new speed cube. I really don't know what to expect. I will tell you that funds puzzle, the Banshee that I got, is really nice. So you know, it never hurts, I think, to try new cubes that are on the market. So this must be the logo of this new puzzle company. So there you go. You know, I'll assemble this and I'll do an impressions and all that stuff. So there's the core and the springs. And I see little washers in there, so that's nice. All right. These look a little bit familiar. So, and then the corners. Okay, so everything's all in one Oh, okay, it has to be assembled there. Well, that's cool. So this is the, I'll say it one more time so you can laugh a little bit, the MoYu HuanYing cube. Alright, there we are. Black body, pre-order from HKNowStore. Really only took, you know, 4 weeks, and that includes waiting for this puzzle to come in. Well, what else did I get? I showed you the screw and spring set. I like to order a few of those just to have them on hand for when I have a shape-waist puzzle. Okay, what is this? This is, it looks hard to figure out. It's a rainbow cube. That's what it's supposed to be anyway, a rainbow cube. And I just like shape mods. That's basically all it is. I'm sort of on a bit of a shape mod kick here. So I can't really read any of this here. It does say security. Something security, 100% non-toxic. Okay, well good. So I don't have to worry about taking it into the bath with me then. I'm not gonna cause any problems. It's great. It says YG Gifts up here. Interesting. And okay, and then a whole bunch of writing on the bottom. I can't read the warning, so I sure hope whatever it is, I hope I don't encounter whatever they're warning me about here. Okay, and Guo Dia Magic Cube. I don't know. All right, anyway, listen, I don't collect boxes, so let's just open this up. And so this is supposed to be a rainbow cube, and there it is, rainbow cube. It was pretty inexpensive. Okay, well, let's. Okay, it looks like the edge of the sticker just wasn't quite put down. What's interesting is stickers feel, I don't know, kind of peculiar. Hard to say, but oh well, stickers are. Oh, gee, there was something under that sticker. Oh well. Okay, well, it turns. This is an interesting. Wow. Okay. Okay, so the pieces aren't capped, so it's a little kind of catchy. All right. Well, this is definitely a challenging puzzle. Challenging to turn, that is. So yeah, rainbow cube. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, it's got 1, 2, 3 square faces, and then 3 triangular faces. So this is, let's see, I'm just trying to think of what this this would be. This is obviously a shape mod or something or other, but I'm not quite sure. All right, well, I'll try to get this thing to turn a little better, and then I'll come back at some point and give my first impressions of it, or my impressions. Stickers are kind of rough, I have to admit that. And the turning, well, I'm sure its mother says it's good. But it could always improve, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll be good. Okay, so that was box number 1. Basically, I was getting a new Magic Cube, the new 3x3. So that was box number 1. Okay, what happened? Box number 2. You know what? What was I doing with box number 2? Lately, I've become quite interested in these Siamese cubes, or conjoined cubes, and so I've been very interested in those. So when I was ordering these puzzles, I ordered some more Siamese cubes, and you'll see there when I open it up what I got. Okay, let's get to this. Always easy to recognize my packages at the post office with the ribbon. Tell the nice people at the post office that it's the one with the ribbon on it. Okay. So after this unboxing, I probably won't have an unboxing for a little while. I don't have any puzzles in the pipeline, and really I want to focus on doing more tutorials and demonstration solves anyway. So okay, well this is great. Look at that. This is I didn't expect that kind of packaging. That's pretty fun. Oh my, what did I get? I must have gone on a rampage here. Whoa. Did I ever order a lot of puzzles? Okay. Let's see. Okay, Calvin's card. I leave these at work, and I carry a couple around in my bag with me whenever I carry puzzles. So if someone says, "Hey, where'd you get those?" Right here. There. Okay. So this is a Siamese cube from CubeTwist, and it's a 3x3, and so perhaps you can. Oh yeah, and some screws here, and so it has the same connection method as the 5x5 from Tony Fisher and the 4x4. So it's connected along this this whole edge. Now, what I found kind of interesting is that in preparation for getting this puzzle, I actually made myself a CubeTwist, edge bandaged 3x3, and I found this really very difficult. Now, you know, I've been moving, I've been doing a lot of stuff lately, so maybe I wasn't quite on my game here, but I really found it. I solved it, but wow, that was a lot harder than I expected. So I am looking forward then to trying this out and to getting good at solving it. I think it'll be kind of cool. And hey, I know that, you know, for the Siamese cube, you basically do the same thing twice. I kind of like that. I know some people might get bored of it or something. They say they might get bored of it, but really, I mean, maybe you could solve one cube, one of them, one night, and then come back and solve the other one the next night. So there we are. So now I understand this is CubeTwist. Yeah, CubeTwist brand. I really like their do-it-yourself bandaging kit. You know, it turns really well, the puzzle. So, and I heard that some of their other bandage puzzles turn well. This is great. I really like this. It's turning very nicely, and oh yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun to play with. Wow, and the prices on these are very reasonable. Yeah, I really like this. Well, there you go. I have a whole collection now, a whole family of Siamese puzzles. So they also have 3. I think they have triples of those. That'll be kind of cool. Okay, well let's move on then. What else did I get? So this is from LanLan. I don't know why I went into the LanLan section on HKNowStore, but there you go. So this is one I've been meaning to get for a while. It's actually quite small, isn't it? So this is called the Mask Cube. I think called the Mask Cube. So it's basically a shape mod of a 3x3, and it's also a sticker mod, I guess is how it would be. I don't know. Maybe it's all just a shape mod. But you, if you think about it, I think it should be. Whoa! All right, I've done something now. Yeah. All right. I think I've already messed it up. Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay, so it has to do with the way it's the faces are stickered. Anyway, yeah. So it seems like it's also a bit of a void cube as well, because you don't have any centers on here. So anyway, I'm looking forward to playing with it. It's a nice, cute little puzzle. So I'm glad I got that one. That's one that I've always meant to get, but I keep going on there and finding other stuff, and you know, they have to fit in the box. I can only get 3 or 4 at a time, right? So, oh, sorry, yeah, this is okay. So here's another LanLan. Again, I was over eager and I didn't show the box. LanLan intellectual development. That's what we need in our toys, intellectual development. You know, I go to Walmart, I go to the toy department here in Canada, and it's all toys that are not really very intellectually developing. All right. Okay. So what is this? This is, it's called a 12-face cube. 12-face cube? Yeah. Which, I don't know, it's, I guess it's another shape mod of what? Could be a 3x3, could be something else. I think it's a 3x3. So it's just another cool little shape mod. And maybe you can tell that I like these little cool little shape mods. I just recently finished really truly solving all of the 4x4 shape mods, that series, the cane ball and the octahedron 2. So I thought I'd give these 3x3 versions a shot. I probably should have started with them. I got a sticker that maybe it's not quite stuck down enough, but I can fix that anyway. But it turns quite nicely, and you know, a little bit of lube will help. Okay, and then finally this apple cube, this apple puzzle. Okay, so this is what I started out to order. That's what I started with. And so it's it says Apple Magic Cube. You know, it's a shape mod of a cube, and it's shape mod into an apple. Why an apple? You know, I don't know. Oh yeah, I remember now. I watched a video on a website of somebody trying to solve one of these. It was a demo video, and a very good puzzler, but he got lost and just kind of gave up. It was kind of funny. All right, what does this say? Young Jun Toys. YJ. Oh, it's a YJ. Okay, Young Toys. And then it says here 6+. Okay, 6+. I can understand that. Though really, why can't a 5-year-old play with this? I don't know. But maybe you have to be 6 to be able to understand the whole thing and not try to eat the parts. So Apple Magic Cube. And this is warning: choking hazard, small parts, not for children under 3 years. Okay, and it looks like there's this extra leaf. They give you an extra leaf for your puzzle. Okay. Well, it's already, the package is open a little bit here. Now, somewhere out there's a collector of these packaged puzzles that's probably going to cringe. Yeah, and I feel bad, really. Have I got enough of this open? Okay. Alright, yeah. Well, in case you're wondering what happened to my hand, I don't know if you can see that. It's a dog bite. And I actually got really, you see my elbow as well. It's really bad up here. Yeah, I got really savaged by a dog. I like dogs. I pet them every chance I get. For some reason, this one dog just wasn't, I don't know what happened. Anyway, he bit me. Okay. So, I don't know, I got an extra. Oh, okay. So there it is. Yeah, so it looks like they send you an extra one of those, I guess, if it falls off or something. Well, it's nice. I'm actually glad they do that. Wow, this turns really well. Okay, so it's a shape mod of a 3x3. So what makes it different from, say, see something like this, right? Or the UFO cube. Well, you know, obviously what makes it different is it's not the colors you're aligning, it's the shapes, right? And so I have to align the shapes, and so that would be, you know, it requires you to really change your thinking a little bit. Now, the mirror cubes, of course, ask you to do the same thing, but Okay, this apple needs a bit of lube. The mirror cube actually do the same thing, but it's a different type of shape changing, right? This is very subtle, I think. Anyway, quite subtle. You know, I like this sort of thing. And so there's my shape mod. Few shape mods. My Siamese 3x3 from CubeTwist. My kind of generic rainbow cube, and oh yeah, 2 sets of springs and stuff from my hardware, and my MoYu HuanYing 3x3. So we'll take a little break here, and I'll come back with some impressions. We're back for some follow-up on that special dual unboxing from the HKNowStore, and my first video in my new studio. I've improved my lighting setup, and hopefully now everything will be clear and you can see the puzzles. So let's get right into it. I haven't done anything with the Conjoined 3x3, the Siamese 3x3, but I am looking forward to working out how to solve it. I want to work a little bit more with the CubeTwist puzzle, where I fuse one edge, and learn a bit more about how to solve these before I tackle this puzzle. But it turns really well. There was absolutely nothing that needed to be done with it anyway. So the next one was the apple, and during the unboxing I got a little bit mixed up on when I was trying to just do a couple moves. I've solved it a couple times since then. There's any unique characteristics of this puzzle, more than it just being a shape mod, that derailed me when I was trying to do some moves on it. Now I understand it, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, really, an apple-shaped 3x3. So yeah, I took the center caps off. I lubed it just to get rid of some spring noise. I am noticing it's a little catchy sometimes when I'm turning the sides like this, but otherwise it turns really well, and there's nothing about the turning quality that causes me any problems. I don't lose my concentration. Comes with an extra stem, so that's a good thing, right? Okay, this is the rainbow cube. Now, when I first got this, I was really disappointed with the turning quality and the sticker quality. Since then, I've lubed it, and it has open the cubies, or whatever you'd call them, are sort of open underneath. But I put some lube under there, and after a bit of turning, I have to say the turning quality is okay. It's not great, but it's certainly okay for what it is. And the sticker quality, actually the stickers are okay, except for this light pink one, which just kind of translucent. There were some air bubbles, and I've been able to push some of them down, so it's actually not bad. You know, if I had a chance to get some replacement stickers for it, I would. In that sense, I'm actually happy with it. And as far as solving it, I've solved it a few times now. It's actually a blast to solve. So the turning quality isn't so bad that it's going to cause any problems as far as solving it. You know, it definitely required some lube, but I didn't tension it at all. I haven't taken it apart. I just put a lot of silicone oil just on the edges, because putting it on the surfaces doesn't do much, because it has to go on the edges of the open pieces. Okay, so I really like this. It's a good beginner puzzle too. It's very easy to solve intuitively. Okay, now this is the mass cube. Okay, so this is the mass cube, and what I did, I just took out all the centers, and I took out the springs, and I put some silicone oil, a lube in there, because it had some really fearsome spring noise, and the tensions had been set quite high at the factory, so I went ahead and and just loosen them off a little bit. So now it turns really, really well. Now I haven't solved it just because, you know, I've been moving and I didn't want to spend a lot of time, and I was solving the easier ones. I just didn't want to spend you know, risk getting sort of caught in the puzzling vortex that a new very difficult or challenging puzzle would be. But I have had a little bit of discussion on one of the forums about this puzzle, and it's interesting that the way I have it now, you have white and then opposite white and yellow opposite yellow. But there's nothing about the color scheme that would prohibit you from doing a turn, and then you'll notice that this is correct and that's correct, and now white is opposite white, orange is opposite orange, and so that's an alternate solution state for this puzzle. This is kind of interesting to me. Anyway, so this is the mass cube. Turns really, really well. It's very interesting. It's going to be a void cube, and in addition to being a shape mod, so I'm really looking forward to having, you know, a couple hours to sit down and really get to know this puzzle. Okay. Now the 12 faces cube, I actually took this one all apart. The reason is that I couldn't actually get the center caps off. They're pushed on really really tight here. Let me zoom in a little bit. The center caps were pushed on really tight, and in order to pry them off, I really needed to use a thin blade, kind of and have it lying down and just kind of, and then it was fine. I just didn't want to damage the cap, so I took it apart, and that was actually a good experience because then I got to see, you know, what it was like to put together, even as you know, just not as a scramble, but just as a pile of parts. I also loosened the tensions because, like the mass cube, the 12-face cube was factory tension very, very tight, and so I backed off the tensions a bit. But this one also had a lot of spring noise on it. The only other thing I'd say, I mean, it's a nice puzzle. It's a good quality puzzle. I did have one of the yellow stickers was curled up. It looks like there was some problem taking the sticker off the backing sheet, and then in the process of being packaged and handled, it just the adhesive just wore away. So I just put a little drop of super glue, and it's fine. So I'm looking forward to solving this. I'm thinking this will be a little easier than the mass cube, but I don't know. It is a shape mod, so the shape mods have a habit of presenting a challenge. Okay, and last but not least, what do we have here? This is the MoYu cube, the new MoYu cube. It's assembled and stickered. The stickers on this thing are so vibrant. Wait till I show you the yellow. Look at that. That is phenomenal. It's almost like a fluorescent yellow. I was at first a little disappointed with the orange. Because you could see through them. They're these translucent stickers, but I've mostly got the air squeezed out of them, so it's not so bad. The stickers seem to be pretty thick and, as you see, vibrant. The logo was cut off to one side a little bit, and I actually had to trim it in order to get it centered on the center there. It turns really well, but as you can hear, it's quite noisy, so I'm not sure if that really bothers anyone. I've really warmed up to this puzzle. I have it tensioned fairly tight now, and of course this thing corner cuts, reverse corner cuts like nobody's business. Forward corner cutting, not so much. I don't know. So there you go. This has cost $1 less currently than the fan sheet, and so, you know, it's hard to say. I think cubes are a bit like sneakers. You know, people can tell you which ones they like, but you really got to try them. You can hear how much quieter the fan sheet is. So fan sheet costs an extra $1. Yeah. So there's really nothing negative to say about this puzzle. You know, the noisiness may bother some people, but you know, lots of people probably don't really care about the noise. It turns really well. It's just kind of, you know, that has that rattly kind of sound. Now I don't know how much tighter I can get this. It might be just a little looser than what I would like, but I'm getting, yeah, this one's a, you know, a bit, I guess maybe not. It just seems like a bit tighter, certainly quieter. So you can see, the difference in the colors. Not so bad. You see the MoYu is definitely brighter colors, and the yellow is just no comparison there. So yeah, you know, personally, if you ask me which one's better, I'd say, you know what, get both of them. You know, try it out. And you know, if you're really poor, then maybe you could sell the one that you decide not to keep. So that's it for this special dual unboxing and the first video in my new puzzle studio, my new place. As always, I look forward to your comments, suggestions, and questions, so please feel free. I encourage you to leave feedback. And which of these would you like to see me solve or do a tutorial on? I'd be curious to hear that. And if you stay tuned after this close, I just might have some bonus solve videos for you. Alright, thanks for watching. So this is a demonstration solve of the Apple 3x3 twisty puzzle. This is a lot of fun to solve. It's a shape mod, of course, of a 3x3. It's not particularly difficult to solve, except that, you know, it takes maybe a bit of experience solving it. It has some supercube properties as well that can cause maybe some extra challenge. So it's more than just a shape mod, because it's not symmetrical. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to scramble this up. Yeah, it turns really well. It's actually turns so well sometimes when I'm hanging onto it, it just kind of flips around on me. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to use the beginner's method here to solve our Apple 3x3 here. Let me just, you know, it's kind of just about done anyway. So I'm going to use the beginner 3x3 method. So I'm going to start with my bottom cross. Now I'm looking for these smooth pieces, the ones that are not tapered, the edges, but I have to keep in mind that these have an orientation. They have different thicknesses on each end, and the centers also have an orientation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and put the narrow part of the center up top and then turn this. Now if that doesn't work, I'm going to hide this one off to the side, put the narrow side down, and then line them up that way, because this definitely has an orientation. Okay, so there's the narrow part of that one, and I'm going to see if I can find another one of those. Okay, so that one, I have the same issue basically, that it really is kind of hard to see. There we go. So just testing it like that is, yeah, it's fair game, I think. So let's see, yeah, it looks like that one. Okay. I think I've had to do that for each one. Yeah, you see, it's just all gone out of alignment on me just because I was squeezing. I suppose I could tighten the tensions a little bit. Okay, and that looks correct. Okay, so I got the bottom cross. Now I'm going to use the beginner's method to put the small corners in. Now these two are correct. This one looks correct, but it's actually jutting out a little bit. But let me first get another small corner in. Okay, so I have it in and it's correct. So this one needs to be oriented, because even though it looks okay, it's just sticking out just a little wee bit. And it's really important that it be in there properly. Okay, still sticking out. I'll do that orientation step one more time. Okay, and that's where it's maybe a little easier to see on a regular cube. Okay, so everything's smooth there now. I won't have any problems. Now 2 of my edges are already in. 3 of my edges, wow, I guess I got just unusually lucky here. It's alright. So these edges are the E-layer edges, the middle layer edges are wedge shaped. So I want the small part to go down, so I'm going to use the beginner's edge insertion to the right. Okay. Okay, so I got that one, and everything's good. Okay. Now I'm going to look for my top cross, so I see this one's correct, and that one's correct, but those two are not. So I'm going to orient those using just the very simple orientation method. Okay, now on the apple we don't have a corner permutation, but we do have a corner orientation. So these two need to be oriented. Those are correct. So I'm going to use the beginner's corner orientation method. And you have to be really careful here that once you get your corners properly oriented, that you only orient them in the next one in the same spot. Okay, so you have to do that at most twice. Don't forget to turn the bottom layer. That one's correct. Now, this is all messed up, but don't worry. I'm just going to turn it until the next misoriented corner and then apply the algorithm again as many times as are necessary to get it correct. And once I do that, then, of course, everything's correct on the bottom as well. And that's solving the apple 3x3 shape mod using a beginner's method. So we have here the rainbow cube. This is one, it turned okay after I put some lube on it. At first it was really quite bad. It's still a little catchy, a little locky. So this is a demonstration solve. I don't actually have a method or algorithms or anything. Well, I have a method. It's a pretty intuitive puzzle, good for a beginner. Though I make sure it's turning well before you give it to them. Yeah, I don't even have a good scramble method for it. It's helpful to maybe spend a little bit of time looking at it before you scramble it up, looking at how the faces are set up. The faces are these little triangles, and you'll notice that white is opposite white, and blue, navy blue is opposite navy blue. So that's how it works. So there's I don't know how many colors there are, but they're two complete sets of colors. Okay, well, I think let me see here. All right, so my strategy, I'm just going to pick a white face right here, a white face, and then I want to put the other white triangles. This one has white here. So over here, I'm looking for a white with a green on it as well. So I've got a white and a green right there. So I'm just going to move that around. And I think you'll be able to sort of quickly tell, okay, so that's not the right one. There's not a lot of orientation. There you go. That was the right one. There's no, either it's oriented correctly or it isn't. So I'm looking for red and white right here. There's a red and white, but you see this, I don't have any good way to reorient that. So I'm just going to look for the other red and white, which is right there. I'm going to turn it up and then flip it in. So now that's correct. So you see, if you find one that's not correct, just look for another one. I don't think you can really orient them. Maybe I'm wrong. So now that I have this bottom layer done, basically I want to keep that, and I don't want to ruin that. So now I'm just looking for other pieces. So now I'm looking for a blue and a red right there. So let's see. Now there's a blue and a red. Okay, and again, so that looks promising. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it out of the way. I'm going to flip this up and then flip it in there. Okay, that's correct. Now I'll flip it down. So basically we're using the top layer to populate this bottom layer here. Okay, so now I need a red and sort of this light pink. So I need a red and a light pink, which we have one there, but it's not oriented right, so that's not it. So this one is. So this is over here, so I want it there, so I'm going to move the slot up. I'm going to flip this over and bring it down, but you notice it looked good, but it wasn't quite right. So, no problem. I have another one here, so I'm going to put it up there, flip it up, flip it over. Okay, and that's, I can tell already that it's wrong. So, don't know. Maybe, let's see, because let's see, when I flip it up, okay, so I need the, yeah, I need the fake pink one, or sorry, the light pink one, fake pink, up top. So this one looks good. So what I think is happening is that this one is the one I want. But, you know, I'm not just going to stick that up there. I'll replace it. So I need yellow and purple and red. So there's yellow and purple and red. So that may well be the one that I need. That looks good. Okay, so I fixed that one. And then the one I was looking for was this red and purple here. And I think that that's going to work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I got it. So yeah, it's really not a particularly challenging puzzle for an experienced puzzler. For a kid, though, I think it would be great. You know, it is a challenge. I'm not going to say it was like super easy to figure out, but it was okay. Screwed that one up. But sometimes, yeah, you'll get them, and so I need the other one of those. And the other one of those is not available, right? So it's over here somewhere. So I need blue and yeah, so yellow, green. Yeah, there it is. So there's the one, and yeah, we see it's incorrect. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch this with whatever one I can, because it doesn't, because the one I need's in a different spot. There you go. So I've swapped now temporarily, and now this is the one I need. I'll hide it out of the way here, flip this up, flip it in. So now that's correct. And now the one that I need for over here is now right there. So I just flip it up. Whoa. And flip that down. Yeah, so I mean, it's not, I mean, it is challenging. Oh, and I got the wrong one. There we go. It has its challenge, but it's not really, yeah, it's not going to take you hours to figure this out. It's just fun. I like this sort of thing. Just, 5-minute snack rather than a full course banquet or something. Okay, so that was the rainbow cube. So here I am with my MoYu cube and my II timer, and I thought I would scramble this up and do an actual speed solve. I'm not much of a speed solver, as you know. You get out of it what you put in it. I just don't, spend a lot of time speed solving. So my improvement is, reflects that, slow but steady, and there are gaps, in my practice, which is I'm sort of in the midst of one of those right now. But I still do all right, and I can solve faster than the vast majority of the world's population. So there's my scramble, and let's see what I can do. With this. Okay, and here we go. Speed solve. So there you go. Not so bad. Bit out of practice, but that's just a little bit over what I typically do. So that was a minute 4, and it's a nice puzzle. It turns well. I think I'm going to try tightening it just a little bit more. I was tensioning it yesterday, and been working with it. But except for the noise, it's really a great puzzle, and I like it. So I think it's well worth considering for sure as a puzzle, and I look forward to see what else this company comes up with. I think MoYu is the name of the company. I'm not real sure. If you know, hey, feel free to leave a comment and let me know. All right, well, that's it for my demonstration solves. And as always, thanks for watching.